The moment she stepped into the lawyer's office, the air seemed to collapse around him. Papers lay ready on the table, pens aligned neatly, signatures expected without resistance. He had prepared himself for anger, for cold silence, even for hatred. But nothing prepared him for the sight of her hand resting instinctively on her swollen belly, the unmistakable curve of 7 months of life growing beneath her coat. His breath caught, his body froze, and in that single second, the divorce he thought he wanted stopped being a document and became a wound he finally felt. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the quiet power of love that survives even the deepest misunderstandings, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps stories like this reach hearts that need them most. She had not come to shock him. She had come because she was tired. Tired of waiting for apologies that never came. Tired of carrying pain silently, tired of nights where loneliness felt heavier than the child growing inside her. The pregnancy had not been part of the plan, neither had the divorce. Life had unraveled slowly, almost politely, with missed dinners, unreturned calls, and words left unsaid until silence replaced love. By the time he accused her of being distant, she had already learned to survive without being seen. When he asked for space, she gave him eternity. The months apart hardened her in ways she never expected. Morning sickness came and went alone. Doctor visits were faced with a brave smile and trembling hands. She told no one about the nights she cried into her pillow, wondering how a love that once felt unbreakable had shattered so quietly. She never asked him for help, not because she did not need it, but because pride mixed with pain convinced her she should not. The divorce felt like the final act of self-respect, a way to close a door that had been left half open for too long. For him, the separation had felt like freedom at first. He convinced himself that distance meant peace, that silence meant relief. Work filled the empty hours, distractions replaced reflection. He told himself that if she truly loved him, she would have fought harder, spoken louder, demanded more. What he did not realize was that she had already fought every day in ways he never noticed. The moment he saw her belly, the truth arrived without mercy. She had been fighting for two. The room grew unbearably small as realization spread through him. He replayed memories he once dismissed. Her sudden exhaustion, her hand resting on her stomach during arguments, her quiet withdrawal. Each memory now carried weight, guilt wrapping around his chest like a tightening rope. This was not just about a marriage ending. This was about a life that had grown in silence, about responsibility ignored, about love misunderstood. She sat down slowly, carefully, as if every movement carried meaning. There was no anger on her face, only calm resolve shaped by months of endurance. She had already made peace with whatever outcome awaited her. The divorce was not revenge, it was closure. She needed stability for the child, clarity for herself, and dignity after feeling invisible for too long. Strength had replaced desperation, and it showed. Something shifted inside him then. Fear replaced pride, not the fear of losing her, but the fear of losing the chance to be better. He understood, perhaps for the first time, that love was not about winning arguments or being right. It was about showing up when it mattered, about listening before silence became permanent. Watching her carry the weight of motherhood alone shattered the illusions he had built to protect himself from guilt. Time seemed suspended as he imagined a future without them, a future where he was a footnote instead of a presence. The idea broke something open in him. Change did not arrive as grand promises or dramatic gestures, but as a quiet, painful awareness of his failures and the fragile hope that it was not too late to grow. As the papers waited unsigned, something unspoken lingered between them. The possibility of forgiveness did not erase the pain, but it softened its edges. Healing, he realized, would not be instant. Trust would need patience. Love would need humility. But for the first time, he was willing to do the work instead of running from it. If this story is touching your heart so far, take a moment to engage with it. Like the video, share it with someone who believes in growth, and let us know in the comments what this moment means to you. Before the ending, we have a special request for you. Comment the word hope if you believe that people can change when love reminds them of what truly matters. She stood up when the meeting ended, not with victory, but with quiet strength. Whatever happened next would be on her terms, rooted in self-worth and the future of the child she carried. He watched her walk away, understanding that love was not something to demand, but something to earn again, slowly, honestly, and with action. As the door closed, he knew one truth with painful clarity. Sometimes life waits until the very last moment to reveal what is at stake. And sometimes, that realization becomes the beginning of redemption. If this story moved you, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement keeps these stories alive, reminding the world that even in broken moments, hope can still grow.